Another movie, a horror classic, A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Like I said, gritty, nasty,
Yep.
old horror movie. Yeah. Yeah, definitely before old Freddy Krueger became a comedian.
Welcome to prime time, bitch!
He was actually just a scary being.
And he said some funny things. I don't think they were intended to be funny.
This is God.
Like, I think he's down like some alleyway, and his arms stretch out. It's absurd. It's just creepy looking. Johnny Depp's one of his first acting roles is in that movie. He's the guy that, when I saw this when I was a kid, it terrified me. Absolutely terrified me. I would think about it happening, and I'd worry that it would happen to me. When he gets pulled into his bed, and the blood just shoots up to the ceiling. How they did that, obviously it's upside down, and they basically poured blood through, and they flipped the whole... I mean, it's really cool stuff.
I think they did that in another scene, too, because what wasn't...
Oh, right.
Wasn't a girl being like pulled up the wall and up across the ceiling, right?
Yeah, and her boyfriend, too.
Yeah, so yeah, they just like turned the whole room around with them in it. Done practically.
I think the part that really always cracks me up to this day is at the end of the movie when Nancy is like going away with her friends and her mom waves at him and Freddy Krueger like pulls her mom through the door. It's clearly a doll.
Oh, it's great.
Like
yeah, it's just
it's
dummy
so
being pulled
corny.
through.
It's so stupid, but it's so funny. It's great. Also, don't the kids like the top comes up and she's like, "What do you put the top up for?" And then it's like Freddy Krueger's colors
Yep,
and
it's
they
the
drive
stripes.
away.
Yep.
Yeah. It's one of the classics. Like in the same vein, Scream or Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. It's in the same category. Definitely worth a watch if you're a horror fan.
Absolutely.
But it does have diminishing returns. So watch Nightmare on Elm Street, and then like a Nightmare on Elm Street 3 or 4. The Dream Warriors one isn't terrible, but it's not great. And now my pick for probably the worst movie of 1985. Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. I remember the first time I watched this movie, I remember thinking, is it just me? Are there a lot of like homoerotic things going on here?
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Like the kid...
there are.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if it's intentional or not. I mean, there's one scene where this kid's like in his underwear wrestling his best friend for reasons. Like I think they're just joking around, and he's like grabbing him from behind, like doing the old reach around almost, and I got you in a move. Oh, you know. And then he has him like cleaning his room, and for whatever reason he decides to like do like a twerk and like close his drawer to one of his dresser drawers with his ass while he's listening to like some really weird music. I don't really know. It's
I remember this bullshit. Yeah.
Very. There's a exploding parakeet bird for reasons. It's a really bad movie. It isn't well thought out or done or any of that. It's just really, really horrendous. And it's my pick for the worst movie of 1985. If you guys have seen that movie, do you remember anything from it? Probably not. It's so forgettable, and it's just bland. They had Freddy Krueger, would be, one of the most iconic horror villains of all time, and they almost killed the whole thing by the second movie. It was rushed. It wasn't done by Wes Craven. It wasn't done by. It was done by someone else. So yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street 2, I think probably the gayest Nightmare on Elm Street.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Porky's Revenge was this week, and so is Freddy's. So, yeah,
Right. Yeah.
Everyone's getting revenge in 1985.